Welcome to another episode of Rambling with Phil. Today we're going to be talking about the Key Program on Royal Caribbean. What is it? Well, it's kind of like a head-of-the-line type of program, and it usually costs about $24.99 a person per day, and all cabin guests 6 and over have to purchase it. So you can't just you can't just have one person buy it and then everybody else benefit from it. Now, we purchased it on our recent cruise on the Anthem of the Seas to Bermuda. And for us, because we purchased it early, we've only paid about $19.99 a day per person. Now, in order to buy into the Key Program, you have to buy it on the Cruise Planner, which is online. What are the benefits? Well, you get priority check-in and boarding. There's exclusive, or at least that's what they call it, there's exclusive carry-on luggage service. What that means is you bring and there's a maximum of 2 bags, but you bring your bags with you, you carry them with you onto the ship, and then you take it to the designated drop-off spot. In this case, it was the main theater. You also get private lunch. In our case, on the Anthem of the Seas, it was at Chops Grill. On some ships, it may be at Jamie's Italian Restaurant, or it could be at Giovanni's. Also, you get private hours for certain things, like iFly or the North Star. So there's actually special times where Key members could go, and normally what happens is in your welcome packet you'll be given your times that you're going to go. So it's already pre-arranged and pre-reserved. That way you're not going to be going to customer service or wherever else you have to go and actually I don't know where you're supposed to go because we didn't have to do that. But you're not going to have to go and try and book your time and find out there aren't any times left, and then you're out of luck. Also, with the Key Program, you get to leave the ship early when you get to dock or when you get to port. You get VIP seating at some of the shows, not some of the shows, at all the shows, but you get reserved seating. Also, one of the big things that really made me decide that yes, this was something I wanted to do was it includes internet, and that's Surf and Stream, which is for those of you who have traveled before on Royal Caribbean, that's Voom. That's what they call it. Well, that's regularly $19.99. So because we got the deal that we got, it actually paid for itself. And we got each of us, and there were only 2 of us this time, but each of us got free internet, so to speak. And then on the last day of your cruise, on the debarkation day, they open up one of the dining rooms for us a half hour early, and you can go and sit and have breakfast, so you're not having to fight the crowds. Is it worth it? Well, in my opinion, yes, it's worth it, but that's just my personal opinion. Getting to the front of the line when boarding, because, on embarkation day, we didn't have to go through the big, huge lines. There's actually a special line for the Key people, so you just bypass all these people that are standing in line. So we didn't have to wait. When we were leaving, it was the same thing. There was a special line for people to get through the customs or through the passport control, so we didn't have to wait. And, having that free lunch on embarkation day at Chops Grill, that meant we didn't have to go to the Windjammer or one of the other restaurants and have to fight the crowds, try to find a place to sit, and all that kind of stuff. I remember on one of the cruises that we were on, we couldn't find a place to sit, and then when we finally did, they didn't even have enough silverware because there were so many people and the silverware was just all used up. That's another benefit that we really liked. And having, like I said before, having the pre-arranged times for iFly and North Star. In the past when we didn't do this, and I don't know when they started this, but in the past when we didn't do this, we weren't able to book ourselves onto some of these onboard activities, which meant we missed out. So having the Key Program allowed us to do that. In the end, you have to decide for yourself whether it's worth it for you or not, because it is, $20 or $25 roughly per person per night. So on a longer cruise, that can add up. And, if you have 4 people in your group, well, that's really $80 per day per night. So, on a 7-day cruise, that's $560. So, you really have to decide for yourself. So if you like this video, please hit like and don't forget to subscribe to my channel, Rambling with Phil. And also I've got other videos coming up on our cruise on Anthem of the Seas. So come back to my Rambling with Phil YouTube channel weekly because I'm going to try and post weekly.